So hello and welcome to your Release and Transform class. It's really important that we become present and we know where we are in this moment, where our body is, and that our awareness is internal. So let's just take a moment, just perhaps close your eyes. Take a nice big breath in and sigh it out. Like you're letting go of your day. Breathe in again. And one more. Feeling into your body as you stand here, grateful for your amazing body and all it does for you. And congratulate yourself on taking time to honour your needs, to remember your worth, and to find space to honour your worth. And opening your eyes when you're ready. And let's begin to move. We'll get a bit of beaty music going for our activation and warm up our bodies. It's so important that we are focused in our bodies and enjoy movement. So let's start like we have by flicking through the fingers. Feel into your elbows and your shoulders, warming up these joints. Let yourself smile. Life is good. You might like to stretch up, lengthen through the body. Perhaps stretch to the side, hanging down, to the other side, lengthening up. And just go back the other direction. Just feel yourself moving around in a gentle circle with your arms. Hands above the head. Hands can come down the center line. You might just twist from one side round to the other. Just feeling into your spine, mobilizing. Okay, let's take our awareness into our feet. We're going to just do a little bit of a balancing here. So weights on one leg, and you just shake through your ankle. Now, if you get a bit wobbly, just pop your toes down. You want to shake through the ankle, and then flick through the knee. Now you're kicking out any worries or stresses. And then you can kick out to the sides. Notice what your balance is like. If you get wobbly, push through your big toe, draw your core on, and let's take that leg down. Other leg. Ankle. Kick through your knee, warming up the joints, taking your awareness into that joint. Then we take it out to the side, kicking out to the side, behind you. Lovely. Coming back down and both feet down. So keeping both feet down, and let's just circle into our ankles. We want to have our awareness through these joints before we start balancing. We'll go both ways, go back the other way. And then feel like that movement is more centered on your knees. Notice your knee joints, circling in both directions. And perhaps widen your stance a little bit and circle in through your hips. Feel these magnificent joints, smooth and strong. We can go back the other way. Lubricating all of your joints. And we're going to stretch up through the side of the body. Stretch up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Feel the opening through the ribs. Breathe. Just notice how lovely it is. Habits and patterns can get stuck along the sides of our body, so feel like we're lifting and freeing them up. And then we take that movement across the body, a little bit more like a lunge. Pushing, twisting through the spine, and also beginning to wake up through your legs. And then we begin to fold forward. Eventually allowing your body to hang down in a way that feels good to you. So your hand may rest on your thigh and the arm come up behind you. It may touch your calf, or your hand may come to the ground. But we twist and we look up towards our hand. Have a lovely twist through the spine. Lovely, and then begin to come back up. Just stretching across to the sides again. Lovely. And then let's just roll one shoulder up and back. the other one. Feeling yourself waking up, warming up, opening up through the shoulder girdle. Areas that can be quite tight. Elbow comes a little bit higher till the whole arm rises up and flows behind you. Let your gaze follow your hand as you lift it up. Allow there to be a gentle twist in the spine. Lovely. And then feel like your hand scoops down past your thigh. I always think it's like you've got a bit of fluff on your pants and you're just flicking it off. One hip comes forward and the other. This is beautiful, waking up through your lower back. Fantastic. Now you're going to have to excuse me because my clock has just fallen down, and as I turn the music down, I'm going to just shift that. So excuse me when I disappear for a moment. Thank you. Oh, the joys of filming when you're really a little bit outside your comfort zone. So we're just going to do one more movement with twisting. We've done this before where we lift our back heel and just rotate around the spine. Arms are just relaxed at the sides. Head just flows with your body. And once you get used to these, try not to be looking at the camera so much, at the screen. Just feel into your body. And let the hands come to the sides of the body. Heels drop down. And you allow yourself to slowly come back to stillness. Beautiful. And we will do a few spinal waves, just because it's so lovely for your spine. That's where you lift your hands up above your head, a little back bend, and as you breathe out, the hands and the head lead you down into a forward bend, going as low as feels right to you. Checking your core is on, and bend your knees as you uncurl up so you honour your spine. In breath as you lift up, and breathing out as you gently flow back down. Fantastic for all the vertebrae along your spine, all the discs, helps hydrate. One more time, breathe out, feel like you're letting go of your day as your hands flow down. Breathe in, strength and steadiness. Hands come down to the sides of the body. So that's the end of our activation, and just feel into your body. Sometimes just doing this, just putting music on and moving happily to it can really just make a difference in your life and in your body. So EBR 2, we're doing Energy Block Release 2 today because it brings you present. It brings you so into the moment, and I think that's incredibly important at the moment. We spend a lot of time worrying about the future, worrying about the past, and it takes you out of your center, takes you out of your power. So by coming present, you can see what is the reality that you're dealing with as opposed to thinking what might happen. That's the purpose of doing Energy Block Release 2 today. So we start in Tadasana with our feet hip-width apart. We're just going to take a moment here to feel the feet connecting with the ground. On the out breath, engage your core, lift up your pelvic floor, draw in your lower abdominals. Just breathe. Feel as you breathe in, there's a lengthening through the spine. You might feel like your sternum lifts, your breastbone. Tune into your shoulders. How are they resting? You want to roll them up and back. Hands, fingers soft, throat soft, jaw relaxed, eyes soft. Just feel your breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And we move first into the breath of Arjuna, where your hands cross in front of your body. And it's like you're taking off a jersey or a jumper. The hands stay close to your body, they rise above your head, and then the hands face out, palms face out as the hands float down. You then cross the hands in front of the body, ideally with the other hand in front. You breathe in, lifting your arms up. And as you breathe out, just check you can see your hands out the sides of your eyes. It's kinder through your shoulders and neck. So I'm bringing my right hand on top as I breathe in. Beautiful full breath opening through the lungs, and breathing out and letting go. Left hand on top, last time. Breathe in and breathe out. So we continue that same movement, but we bring in the Brahma Mudra where the index finger's extended, the other three are tucked under, thumb over top. Exactly the same movement. So we breathe in, lifting up, and we breathe out. This helps us access deeper lobes of the lungs. So as you breathe in, it's a more productive breath. Just let this flow, don't overthink it, let it soften. Open. Last time, breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful. So the next movement is our chair of the heart. So I'm just going to demonstrate it from the side. Hands start at the heart. I generally start at the heart. You can start at forehead. I generally start at the heart. My core is on, my feet are hip width apart, and I sink the tailbone down and I lift my arms up. Now the hands come as high as feels good to you. Do not make it uncomfortable through any shoulder issues. We then straighten our legs and the hands come back down. Now the alignment I don't want to see is where the tailbone is tucked out or tucked under too much. It's just a gentle sinking down. It's not about how low you go, it's that there's a nice strong alignment. So let's start with our hands at our heart, core is on, feet are hip width apart, and as you breathe in, lift your hands up and feel like you're sitting down on a chair. Feel that beautiful openness through the rib cage. Breathing out as you come back. I'll do that 2 more times. Breathe in. Feel the openness. It's like a heart pump. It's fantastic for that chest region. Breathing out. And one last time. Breathe in. Hands come down. Then we're hugging a tree. We've got our Anahata breath. So you breathe in, hands come towards you, turn the palms away, breathe out. One of the few times we use the out breath through the mouth. So breathe in and breathe out. Let go. Use it as a cleansing breath. Breathing in a comforting, soothing breath. Getting rid of worries and stresses. Let's do that one more time. Knees soften as you breathe out. Same movement, but breathe in softly, soothingly, and gently breathe out. Feel how the same breath can calm as well as clear. One more time. Breathing out. Lovely. So the next movement is our spinal twist, where your feet need to be about shoulders width apart. The main thing is your feet are at a width apart that you're balanced. You know, if you're too wide, it's hard to balance, and if you're too narrow, it's hard to turn. So find your own space. Turn your right foot out. Check that lovely core's engaged. Hands are up at shoulder height, and just lift your back heel. And as you breathe out, you're going to twist from the base of the spine, and just allow that twist to flow all the way up your spine, and then allow your left hand to rest onto your shoulder or your collarbone. And then staying in the twist, relax your shoulders down. Take another breath in, staying in the twist, and as you breathe out, see if the hips want to twist anymore. The hips, not the shoulders. And then as you breathe in, uncurl, coming back to face the front. Swapping the feet over, turning the left foot out. Right heel raises, core is strong. You're breathing out, rotating from the base of the spine, flowing around. When the hips stop, bring your right hand onto your left collarbone or shoulder. Breathe out and relax your shoulders down. Take another breath in the twist, and as you breathe out, see if the hips want to go around any further. And then as you breathe in, flowing back to face the front again. And then letting your hands come down to the sides of your body. So now, we are going to work through the shoulders a little bit more. Arm rotations where we roll the shoulders back and we roll the shoulders forward. The elbows and the wrists also rotate. And the knees soften slightly as you fold forward. Now just let the neck move how it would like. Honour your shoulders, choosing how high you want to take the hands out to the sides. It's a fantastic movement so long as you're honouring any restrictions. Lovely. And then we're going to just roll the movement back down. Take a couple of movements to take the hands back down to by the hips. And I always like to give them a little bit of a shake. Okay, so working through the twisting in the spine a little bit. We're going to bend and flex through the spine first and then twist it again. So we have our standing cat. So I'll start showing you our stance from the front. So it's a wideish stance and the knees are slightly bent. So you're not deep down here and you're not up here. You'll find your stance. The fingers, the hands rest along your thighs, fingers point in, not down, in. Okay? And if you've done the cat posture in any other classes or traditions, you'll be familiar. It's about flexing through the spine. We're going to take our awareness to the base of the spine, and it's from the base that these movements start. So we start from the base and we slowly lift the spine up towards the ceiling, arching it up, relaxing your head down, and you draw in your abdominal muscles. Then with the awareness back to the base of the spine, feel like you just slightly lengthen through the tailbone, lower back lengthens, and you look forward. So there's a little bit of a dip in the lower back, but it's not a really deep dip, and your head is not lifted too high. And we alternate between those postures, those movements, where the spine slowly flows up towards the sky, head hangs down, belly is drawn in, and then we lengthen, stretching through the back, looking forward. Do that one more time in each direction. Really enjoying how the spine feels as it arches up and how it feels as you lengthen forward. Letting the spine come to its neutral position. And I'll just show you the twist. Once you're familiar, you won't need to come up between it. So we're staying in that same movement, same posture, same stance. That's the word I was looking for. Rotating the spine this time. So we rotate from the base of the spine, twisting to the side and drop the shoulder in. And then we look up towards the sky if our neck allows. And then you rotate, bring the chest to face the ground again, and then rotate to the other side, always making sure the core is well engaged. But you drop the shoulder down and feel an opening between the shoulder blades. Okay? So let's do this together a couple of 3 times each side. Core is lovely and strong. On the out breath, there's the rotation, the twist through the spine. Pause, drop the shoulder down and feel the openness into those rhomboids, the muscles between the shoulder blades. Coming back to face the ground, floor, rotating to the other side. Lovely. One more time each side. Take your time, or if your body says I want to go fast, it's your call. But if you're wanting to slow down your mind, one of the quickest way is to slow down your physical movements. And I'm turning to my last side now. Lovely. So now we're going to do our heaven and earth stretch. I had meant to mention that a cushion's a good idea to have it handy today, but we can get by without it if you haven't got one, or you could stop and grab it now. So we've got a nice wide stance. Now you ideally touch the ground under your head. Now if you've got a cushion, you could use a cushion to rest your hands on. You could rest it on a book, or you can bend your knees, or you can even rest your hands on a chair. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to lift one elbow up towards the ceiling and then straighten the arm. Now the point with this is whatever what your face is looking at, your palm should be facing. I'm looking in that direction, so my palm doesn't want to face away. It wants to go in that direction. Bend the elbow and bring it back down. And then we do the same on the other side. Okay, so get yourself into a nice wide stance. Check your core is on, folding forward, allowing the hands to come to the ground, basically under your head. Relax your head. And on the in-breath, lift your elbow up. I've got my right elbow up, and then I straighten so my fingertips are facing the ceiling, and I lift up out of the armpit. Bend the elbow and bring it back down. We do that to the other side. We breathe in and we lift up and feel an openness through the chest. Lovely twist through your spine. Breathing out and coming back down with that arm. One more time each side. Just feel that you lift up, open, nice stretch, twist right up through your neck. Coming down and then going to the left side for the last time. Bend the elbow, come back down. So from here, we're coming down to a squat. So there's options here. We're working on our hip adductor. Now, if your knees are really uncomfy, you can just sit in the butterfly and that will open through the hip adductors. It's option 3. Better option is to be on our knees and the leg out to the side. Okay, now if your knees allow, you can also squat. I tend to just teach, in this case, on the knee, just because most people are happy with it and it feels more stable. So the alignment with this is that the foot is in line with the hip, it's not forward or back. And in a perfect world, well, you've got your core on, and in a perfect world, the toes face forward and the outside edge of the foot is rolled to the ground. If your hip adductor's tight, just let the foot be wherever it is, but there's a nice stretch, not a screaming stretch. And then we're just breathing in to the inside of the thigh, holding ourselves strong and being grateful for these muscles. And then we come to the other side, bring that knee in, left leg out to the side. Once again, checking it's in line with the hip. Ideally toes facing forward, outside edge of the foot rolled onto the ground. But breathe, bring oxygen into these muscle fibers. Lengthening. Wonderful. Okay, so now if you have a cushion handy, it's a good idea. Otherwise we can just roll our mat up. We're not going to do it quite yet, but we are going to be lying down for a couple of postures. Rightio. So our first one is we're freeing up through the hip joint. So the hands are behind you and they're just holding you. It doesn't matter which way your hands are pointing, but be comfortable. So we have our core on, and as we breathe in, we draw the knee towards the chest and then we kick away. Okay, it's a controlled movement. If your leg doesn't want to lift, just keep it on the ground. But we are freeing up energy. If there's been some interaction that's bothered you, feel that you kick the energy out. You're not actually kicking the person. We move to the other side. So we breathe in and we release. Often there's been something happened and the energy's all inside us. The other person, whatever's all moved on, but we're stuck. And so we're kicking it out. And I'm not sure if I did it the same to both sides. Okay, so for the next movement, it's a good idea just to have a cushion just to tilt the pelvis forward. Like I'm not sitting on the cushion like that. I'm just on the edge to tilt my pelvis. So rolling up your mat can have the same result, okay? I'm going to use a cushion because I did bring one with me. Excuse me. So we have our sitting forward bend here, and this is all about freeing up and opening through the lower back. That is what it's about. It's also lengthening through your hamstrings. If you do this and your hamstrings are screaming, just bend the knees a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to demonstrate what the movement is. So we breathe up to the chest, turn the palms away, rotating or lengthening from the lower back, lengthening forward, and then relaxing the head, the shoulders, and the arms flow back out the outsides of the legs as you uncurl. Okay, so with that movement, I don't know if I'm better touching, yeah, they're not touching your legs, it's like they're tracing the air around you. Okay? It's incredibly important you're well supported with your core when you do this because it is working through the lower back. So when you're ready, with your core on, take a breath in, lift the hands up towards the heart. Turn the palms to face away and lengthen, stretch forward. It's not down, it's a forward. Then relax the hands besides the legs, relax your head. And as you breathe in, uncurl from the base of the spine, breathing back up to your heart. Breathing out as we lengthen forward and then release down, breathing in. I like to do this with my eyes closed because then I feel into the movement of my body, and I will honour it rather than bring it into any place that feels uncomfortable. This is beautiful. We'll do it 2 more times. This is incredibly calming for your nervous system. It really is soothing. Last time. Breathing out. Uncurling in your own time. And I always think it's wise to stretch up when you finish this movement and then bring the hands to the ground beside you. It just helps if you've released anything that it's grounded and let go of. Okay, so we don't need our cushions now, so you can pop them aside, hopefully use it for relaxation if you're following it with this. And we're going to lie down on our backs to come into the bridge posture. So, feet are close to the buttocks, knees are bent. So feet are on the floor, close to your buttocks, knees are bent. And your feet are hip width apart, so if you looked at your legs, the thighs are parallel. Hands are beside the body, palm facing down, palms down. Chin's tucked in, so the back of the neck is long. So just to start, we're going to flatten our lower back and notice how that feels. That's engaged your core. Now we're just going to take 3 movements to move from lying flat on the ground. Going to gradually lift and lower 3 different increments until we come up to our highest posture. So just on that out breath again, flatten the lower back. And then as you breathe in, just lift the hips off the floor. And then breathe out and lower them back down. No rush with this movement. On the next in-breath, flatten the lower back, lift the hips up, and then lift up through to about your bra strap level maybe. Just feel like you're lifting the ribs as well. Lovely. And then we're going to come up to our highest position. So sometimes when you're lifting higher, you need to just take your feet a bit closer to your buttocks, or you can wriggle your shoulders down. This time we lift the buttocks, we lift the ribs, and we lift as high as it feels good. So coming towards the shoulders, push up through the hips. Now we're going to hold this if you're happy to. We want to feel how strong and steady our thighs are. We are stronger than we believe. We are steadier than we believe. Feel the strength in your buttocks, openness in your pelvis, openness in the chest, a gentle constriction in your throat, working through your thyroid and parathyroid. Breathe here, ladies. Feel how strong you are. When you're ready, flow down, but let's make it a flowing movement where you feel the spine gently, easily being rolled back down. Letting yourself rest for a moment, feeling the solid ground beneath you, holding you and supporting you always. And we're going to roll over onto our fronts. And we've got our Sphinx posture. So your forehead's on the floor, hands are either side of your head, feet are nice and close together, elbows are tucked in, and on your out breath, refresh your core. And as you breathe in, feel like you lengthen through your spine, lifting up your shoulders, your neck, and your head, and bringing the elbows under your shoulders. So press down on your forearms and draw your sternum forward. So we're not looking up, we're just looking forward. The back of the neck is long. Breathe. Relax your buttocks. And as you breathe out, turn to the right. Breathing in, come back to face the front. Breathing out, turn to the left. breathe in, come back to face the front. Tuck your chin in and roll yourself down onto the ground. We open the feet wide, toes point out, heels drop in. And we relaxed into Makarasana for a few breaths. Forehead rests on the back of the hands. And you just rest here. I'm just going to turn my head to the side so that you can hear me. So as you lie here, you feel the supportive ground beneath you. You allow yourself to breathe in and out from the belly. Just releasing anything that's ready to go. Releasing busyness, worries or stresses. You just feel them dissolve away. You allow yourself to tune in to the slower resonance of the earth, the calmer energy of the earth, and to absorb it into your being, to balance, to empower, to bring harmony into your being. And then gently allowing your feet to come back together. Hands come under your shoulders. You push yourself up and back into the extended child posture where the hands are extended above your head, buttocks rest back towards your ankles. And then with your core on, you slowly uncurl up, coming back up to sitting. Okay, now I haven't mentioned in other classes, but drinking water is a really good idea when you are doing yoga, especially if it's new to you, because you release toxins in joints and in muscles, and if you don't flush them through easily, you can feel a bit fluey. So feel free to stop it and go and grab a drink, or just have a good drink afterwards, okay? Rightio, so what we're doing now is the tree posture, which we touched on in another class, and the tree of transformation. Now these are just brilliant postures because of the way they work together. So starting by grounding us. Just letting the truck go past. So we want to feel grounded and centered, okay? Opening our hearts and bringing us clarity of mind. So that's the tree posture on its own, and then when we make it into the tree of transformation sequence, it's just so powerful. It's simple and amazing. So rather than chat, let's get on and do it. So standing posture, so make sure you're in a comfortable position. We're just going to take a couple of moments actually, perhaps close your eyes if you're happy to. So you breathe in, and as you breathe out, feel like the breath flows down your legs, out your feet and into the earth. And then you breathe back up from the earth, through your body to your heart. And then you breathe back down into the earth. And when you breathe in like a sense of strength and stability from the earth, feeling you're really grounded. And as you breathe out, you're letting go of the thoughts, and breathing in a steadiness and a calmness. Lovely. So let's take our weight to our right leg. Now, points of balance. With balancing postures, you've just grounded yourself, it makes it easier. Strong core engagement makes a big difference. Your grounded leg, you can push through your toe if you need to, and you're also, with your lifted leg, you can alter where it is. Okay, so in case you didn't do the shorter class, I don't have a problem if you put your leg up here. Mine doesn't stay there, it goes there and then it just slides down. So wherever you need. With Drew, we don't make a huge importance on how high the level is. The importance is that you're not resting on your knee, and that this is doing the work, okay? This leg's doing the work and this one is just resting against it. Didn't explain that terribly well. Also, if your foot's down, that's so great because your pelvis is still open, you're still focused, but just gently rest on that toe. Don't take half your weight on it. Okay? Right. So let's take a breath in. And as you breathe out, engage your core. Lift up your pelvic floor, draw in your lower abdominals. And then notice your buttocks, allow them to be engaged as well. So, I'm going to allow your weight to come onto your right leg and you feel strength down that leg. And the left leg you're going to take to wherever it feels good. So as you breathe in, you lift the leg and the arms come out to the sides and they touch above your head. Now if shoulders are a restriction, just bring them lower. We're just going to breathe here for a moment. Embrace any wobbles that come. They're really good for your whole being. Then you breathe out to your heart. Breathing in, fingers face forward. Breathing out, your arms straighten. Breathe in, open. And as you breathe out, your arms come down and the foot comes down. You take a moment to let your weight flow across to your left leg, feeling your strength and your steadiness. And as you breathe in, the arms flow up and you lift your leg to a comfortable position. Please make sure that your hips are facing forward, that you haven't turned out of alignment by taking that knee around too far. Breathe here, relax your shoulders, relax your gaze. Breathing out to your heart. Breathing in, fingers face forward. Breathing out, straightening. Breathe in, open to the sides. And as you breathe out, arms flow down, leg flows down. Let's do that again. Breathing in, feeling your strength, your steadiness, realizing you are stronger and more stable than you realized. Relax your shoulders, breathe. Notice your mind clearing, your heart open. Breathe down to your beautiful heart, turning the fingers to face forward, breathing out as the arms straighten. Breathe in and breathe out. Flowing to the other side. Less chat this time, just feel. Feel your steadiness, your clarity, your open heart. One more time in silence. Just coming to your last side. The quote I'd like to share with you as we do this. Trees that can survive storms are the ones that have deep roots, supple strength, and can sway with the wind, while the trees that blow over are the ones that are rigid and inflexible. Breathing out. Beautiful. So do remember to keep flexibility and flow in your life. It really takes us many places. Okay, so for the Tree of Transformation, it is slightly different. A lot of it is the same. We work with the leg that's not, the leg that's raised. In a perfect world, it doesn't touch your thigh. Okay, so if it's on the ground, it's just off the leg, or if it's lifted, it's a little bit away. Okay, so I'm just going to demonstrate it from the side so you can see what is involved. So we're going to start with the same. The arms come up. Hands come down to the heart. And then as we breathe out, we step the heel back and we lunge the hands forward. So I'll just do that one for you again. Quite a strong out breath. Then the palms turn up. You make a fist. You draw the hands back towards the ribs as you bring the leg forward and step out to the side. And we turn the hands over and they flow down the sides of the body. Okay? Don't get hung up if it's not all clear, but we're going to do this together. So the point of this sequence is when you are you're letting go. You're releasing whatever you like. Okay? I tend to do these days to let go of overwhelm, just to let go of emotions that aren't serving me, rather than a behavior of a person or anything like that. Just let go what's in your body, and then we call back our power. We call back our energy into our being. Okay? So hopefully we get 2 times through it and you'll feel more into it. So we need to start everything centered. Feel grounded in the moment. Your core strong and holding you. And just take a moment to see if there's anything you want to release. It can be the stories you're telling yourself about how much you've got to get done today. It could be anything. That sense of busyness, just I'm having the intention of letting it go. So when you're ready, core is strong and you breathe in, you lift up, foot's just a little bit away from your leg, you pause and you feel really centered, grounded in this moment. You then breathe out to your heart, taking an in-breath here, and as you breathe out, step back with your left leg, breathe out, keep breathing out. Feel like you're releasing out of your fingertips. Your back heel is grounded, you are strong, you are steady, and you're releasing that no longer serves. Feel it's flowing out your hands and going. When you're ready, you turn your hands over, making a fist, and with purpose, breathe in, draw your power back as you step forward. Take the foot to the side, stand with purpose. Stand here breathing, drawing your energy back, drawing your power back into your being. We give our power away. It's yours, bring it in. Then turn the hands over, and as you breathe out, the knees soften, and it's like you're grounding that power back in. You're embodying it through your being. And then you stand strong. Breathe. I believe in who I am. I believe in who I am. And then to the other side, make sure you're balanced onto your left leg. On the in-breath, lifting up. Hands touch above your head. Come into your center. Be present. Breathe out to your heart. Take a breath in and release. Keep breathing. Letting go. If it doesn't serve you, it just flows out. You're strong and you're steady and you're stable, and you're releasing that which takes you out of your stability. When you're ready, turn the palms over, make your fist, call back your power, step forward, stand with strength, keep breathing. Elbows are drawn back so your chest is open. And you just keep breathing and feeling that your energy is returning to you. Your power is returning to you. It's coming back clean and clear, filling your being. And then turn the palms over. The hands flow down to the sides of the body. Feel that power, that strength returning to you, and then you stand strong. We're going to do it once more each side before we seal it in. Okay, if you've had enough, you can always anytime just stop. But I just think if you get this into your being, get it more familiar, it's very valuable. So weights on the left leg this time, so breathing in. You know what you're doing here. You feel your strength in your center. You're breathing to your heart, breathing out. Breathe in, release. Let go. Don't attach, don't name, don't engage with what you're releasing, just let it go. When you're ready to call back your power, breathe it in. Stand strong. Keep that heart open as you call back, retrieving into your being. Cementing it in, embodying it in your own time. Standing tall. We're doing that to the last side now. Weight on the right leg. Breathing in. Hold your center, hold your strength. Be present. Breathe out. Take a breath in, release. Just keep breathing and letting go as long as you need, but you hold yourself grounded with that back heel. Breathing in, calling back. Stand strong. When you're ready, allow that energy to flow down, to sink into every part of your being. You stand strong in your power. I believe in who I am. I believe in who I am. Feel it, know it. And then to seal this energy off, we take our weight onto the right leg and the left heel rests across. Now this is for women. If men happen to be watching, it's the right leg. But this time the ankle and the heel make contact. And what we do is we bring our thumb, all our fingertips to gently touch each other. It's just a gentle touch and then they rest in front of your heart. Okay, you can just close your eyes if you like, you don't have to. But this is an empowerment mudra. It balances all the elements in your body, so the earth element, the air, the fire, the water, the ether. It's really a brilliant mudra to know. If you're feeling vulnerable, just having it resting in front of your chest or your in front of your face if you needed to, it really gives you a strength and a security or a safety, but it also energizes us and it helps us be more compassionate. I just sort of think it's pretty useful, really. So we're just going to take a moment to feel in to our heart center. Perhaps feeling light in your heart, warmth. And then you just gently, the eyes can stay open or closed, it doesn't matter. The hands, you just straighten your arms a little bit so the hands just come a little bit out from your chest. Not straining, not stretching, just a feeling an expansion around your heart. And then we're going to separate the thumbs, the little fingers, and the index fingers. So you've got your middle and your ring fingers still touching. And then just let your gaze rest between your fingers. They call this the eye of wisdom. Just let your gaze drift into that space. And then feel the space between your heart and your fingers, your arms filled with light. Light from your heart shines out, fills this space. You radiate light from your heart. And when you're ready, as you breathe in, you open your arms, gently allowing the hands to separate to the sides, and that light shines out from you out to the world. Beautiful, radiant golden light. Turning the palms over, they flow down to the sides of the body as your foot comes down. You might like to touch your index finger and your thumb. Straightening the other fingers as your hands rest beside your body. This is a Nyam Mudra, Mudra of knowledge. Maybe closing your eyes and silently affirming, my life is unfolding perfectly. My life is unfolding perfectly. Feel into that. Feel in it in all parts of your being. And then just coming to lie on your tummies in Makrasana to finish your class today. Just to allow it to settle in and to rest. Resting here as long as you would like and letting go. You know the posture of Makrasana. We're allowing the work we've done to cement in. And if after Makrasana you're able to do a relaxation, that's even better. Whatever works for you, I honour you. Allow yourself to lie once again into the quiet, supportive earth. Feeling that slow resonance of the earth is absorbed into your being. It brings a beautiful sense of empowered balance, empowered calm, a steadiness. Rest into a sense of spaciousness. And allow the mind to calm. In the in-breath, you breathe up anything you need from the earth to further balance your being. Resting in Makrasana as long as you would like. When the time's right, bring your feet together, hands under your shoulders, and take yourself up and back into the child posture. Either the full posture with your hands above your head, the extended posture, extended child, or letting the hands rest beside your legs. Always making sure there's no compression into your neck. If there is, rest your hands under your head. Just rest into your child posture for a few moments of feeling really safe and secure. Feeling a beautiful openness through the whole of your spine, so that you are like those strong trees. You're supple and you're flexible. You're not rigid. You're able to move and flow with life. Really slowly uncurling up. Don't rush yourself if you want to stay in any of those postures for longer. Please, please, please. Yeah, I thought the ducks might fly off. So just take a moment. Just close your eyes and take a snapshot of your being. Just notice how your mind is in this moment. Perhaps feeling an openness through your throat. You might feel softness yet openness around your heart. It's like you're more compassionate with those around you. You might be able to notice your navel center having its own beautiful sense of energy and power. The space below your navel, your sacral center, feels calm and peaceful. And you are really grounded, the base of your body. You are aware of the ground beneath you. You are aware of your whole body. And when you're in this sense of centeredness, you make wise calls. You act rather than react. You're in your power. You are empowered. You are balanced. And you are calm. Open your eyes if you'd like to. I honour you all deeply. I so honour you for finding the time for yourselves. You're so worth it. And you remember that as you take better care of you, you have more to give others. May your day, your week be filled with harmony in all aspects of your life. Namaste.